that it was important for us to get together is I think that, and I think we're partners. I think that what we do, and it's funny because I think if you put a cop and a reporter side by side, you probably will wind up with the same person. Okay, but I think that we should have a great working relationship, which is what I'm after. My philosophy is that the police department is the keeper of public information. We don't own it. I think that the public owns the information and they have a right to know. Okay. However, in being good stewards, we have to hold on to some of that stuff for investigative purposes, for solving crimes. And then once that's done, we ought to release it. My history is that, and we're moving here towards getting in-car camera systems, and I have been criticized for releasing in-car camera video too soon. But when I have done a lot of that, it has quelled things. People have had come to an understanding, and I'll give you some examples of videos that I have released. You all remember the Ryan Moats incident where we had an officer, Powell, that stopped the NFL player as they were going to the emergency room in Dallas, and the mother-in-law wound up dying in the NFL. That was my decision in Dallas to release that video. If you guys remember the in-car video of a Dallas police officer running over a kid. His name was Cole Birdie. The police officer was in violation of our driving rules, going a little bit too fast, hit a kid on a bicycle, and killed him. All that video is available for you if you just do a simple Google search. That was my decision to release that video because people ought to have known, and everything that I do is that we ought to vigorously release those things that are deemed bad when we can, just like we will vigorously ask you to report on those things that will put us in a positive light. To me, it's just news, okay? And so I don't have any ownership in the information. My whole belief is that we should release those things that we can. But what I'm asking you guys to do is to have an understanding when we tell you that we can't. And there'll be times when we can't release because it's either secret, we've got something working in the background, or it's under a hardcore investigation. And we'll tell you that. All I'm asking is for you to take that on face value, because I'll say, Allison, I just can't release it. There's a reason I can't. And then I want you to just accept that.
And if it's not public information that we,
and it's not public, yes, but I'm committing to you that I will release those things that are public at the appropriate times. Okay. There are also going to be things that you guys think I ought to comment on that I won't. Reference bullying at Flower Bluff High School. There's a reason that I didn't come out, and because we have been working on that. We have been doing things regarding that case that are police related. I don't want to put this department in a position of debating political issues. Bullying is real. I'm not saying that it's not, but it's also a hot button political issue around the country. We will investigate those things that are criminal. If there's assaults, terroristic threats, things like that, we investigate that and we do it vigorously, and we've been doing a really good job. But I just don't want to thrust this department in a political debate. Bullying is part of the education code. We have educators that enforce that. We do the criminal penal code violations, and that's what it is. We have been in touch with the school district there in Flower Bluff. We've been in touch with parents. We've provided extra security measures around this. We've done the things that the police department does, and I wanted to keep it there. That's why I took the position that I did, and I know there's others that could argue that they would have done it another way. That was my call. But I believe that we ought to know each other when this calm. You know, in crisis, when there's a hurricane, we're trying to get out a message, is not the time for us to first begin a working relationship. That's why I wanted to do it here. I understand that there's probably some issues after hours we need to work through. There's probably some issues of access that you talk about that we'll need to work through, but it needs to be done in a professional way. I'm not an advocate for reporters loosely walking through the building, bumping into people as they go through their work, getting stories, because I don't think that's professional in nature. You know, I'm not going to wander through the hallways of your buildings in the restricted work areas, and it's the same here. I realize this is a public building, I get that, but there are areas within this building that are restricted because there's information that's going to be flowing between detectives, and there's actual names of rape victims, and there's juvenile names and things like that are flying that we simply have to protect by law. And so we'll do that. Anytime you need access to us, I'm committing to you that you'll have it. I don't care what time of the day or night is, because we're a 24/7 operation. We ought to have ways for you to get there, and I'm charging these guys to make that happen. I came in on the tail end of kind of how you as a reporter went through reports and kind of picked out what you thought was important. I mean, I don't have a problem with that as long as the reports that you go through are redacted, the information that's not public.
Certainly.
It needs to be not public. I don't know how to get there. In Dallas, we had the reports every morning. We just had them on. Here's the reports. Go through them, do whatever you want to do. They were all redacted and ready to roll. I know some agencies have computerized systems that, you know, reporters can come in and they can access. Also know that the morning news has some things on there that they can do with regard to calling through calls for services and things like that. And so that's where I want to get. You will not have a problem with me with regard to access, and I say that based on my track record, on my history. And that's all I really wanted to do. That's my philosophy. These guys know it. You shouldn't have problems with people, you know, telling you that they're not going to do something, or that they're rude, or because that's not how we're going to be. We're here to assist you, not do your jobs for you. Okay, we're here to assist you to get to where you